Man, is this some foolishness that just happened? Do I have to reset the counter? What's up, all you dungarees, plungers, and rubber baby buggy bumpers? My pants are on fire. And welcome to. Oh god, why am I doing this? Welcome to hell. Welcome to a one-part miniseries where I show off the most inner depths of my mind. So, hell. If you've been a part of this channel for a while, you know that I changed my name, previously called Large, and I participated in Agmashwa's second conlang circus. I got an 85% on it, which I'm kinda happy with, but there's this part of me that wants to strive for greatness, to strive for the unusual. And as a native speaker of, I'll show y'all how this conlang works. First off, we gotta give a big shout out to Agmashwa. If this video goes over 10 minutes, it probably will. Thank you for removing the 10-minute video limit, because I do appreciate it. Also, thank you to PowerPoint for these sick graphics. Part 1. What is a conlang? So, conlangs are engineered languages that are designed for a specific purpose, usually for the creator and a few people surrounding them, and they generally involve creating and recreating sounds via manipulating muscles through one's mouth or electronic sound recreation devices. I don't want a conlang that does any of that. Okay, ears, they're overrated. Who designed them? Nature? Ew, okay. But I do want a conlang that does, without using your ears and mouth, human language, obviously, your innermost thoughts, which you don't really want to say because they're considered rude or impolite, and you kind of just want to say them anyway and knock some sense into the listener. Also, your inner demons might need a walk as well, so you might. Stress on certain words, tone across sentences, epic guitar solos, and much more. So with that, I present to you... Whoa, hold up there, Speedy Gonzalez. What's happening? Part 2, the light grid. Here, we have 19 dots in a 5x4 grid, and for naming purposes, we're going to start at top left, and label them left to right, top down. And with that, we have labels. Note we don't include T for orientation purposes, and we don't want to get confused with the upside down variant, which looks like this. So these colors can be anywhere from black to white, and everywhere in between, all changing every single second. For you, we're going to take it a little bit slower because you're new. And this is also kind of the same concept with Mandarin Chinese, except they kind of fail because for some ideas you need multiple symbols to represent one word in English. Like, we don't encourage that here because we can take all these different light combinations, we'll call them a set, for all the lights at once, and string them together to make full-on detailed sentences that we can convey in one set at a time. Uh-oh, somebody's worried that we might run out of idea space. So let's do some math. Okay, so we have 16.7 million colors per light, and since we have 19 lights, we have around this many combinations. It's about 10 to the 137. I think we're good on ideas for the moment, so Mysterious Magic Man, let's bring back the language name again. Thank you, Mysterious Magic Man. Let's explain how this works. This dot, called A in our naming system, symbolizes that this is the name of the language, aka the language so great that you will shield your eyes in terror from what you have gazed upon. So what's all this other crap? Don't worry, we'll get to these guys in a bit. These other 15 lights make a background context of who let this idiot make a language. He knows nothing about conlanging, if you choose to read it in that order. Part 3, the light grid. You see, this language has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 275 quadrillion, 889 trillion, 802 billion, 35,620,000 different writing directions. Okay, ignore the stuff in the parentheses. That's just for me to, add stuff up, because Wolfram Alpha, couldn't calculate this because character limits and whatnot. So why so much? And why not just 19 factorial? So in some dialects, like the aforementioned, some lights just kind of burned out, and the beings just kept using them, so in the great coming together, all was merged. And so we have lights which are displaying a color that are perceived as off, yet we also have lights that are off that are perceived as displaying a color. Okay, so we can read this inner thought as follows. An elephant is snacking on my pajamas. Hi, I'd like a chocolate milkshake. The toothpaste has arrived. I did not eat the peanut butter. Dear Abby, what are you doing in my house? Hinga dinga durgan. I have insomnia, which means the cows can't come home tonight. According to the laws, or according to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a bee is able to fly. The horse is coming to get Paul Revere. Okay, I might have eaten the peanut butter. Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. How fast can you run? I'm not doing a guitar solo due to DMCA, my ability not to play a guitar, and my ability not to edit things, otherwise there'd be more for guitar solos. Which also means that we don't have this many words, 10 to the 137. It's more along the lines of about 10 to the 2 quintillion. AKA a 1 followed by 2 quintillion zeros. Like, that's just bonkers right there. So if we just try to write this number out to get a sense of scale, it would take roughly 2 exabytes of space. 2,000 petabytes. For more reference, you can get 24 terabyte hard drives for around $440 on B&H Photo and Video. Okay? You would still need 83,000 of them. That's not accounting for the thing of like, 24 terabyte hard drives aren't actually 24 terabytes, they're around like 21 or 22-ish. Okay? Or any like file system overhead. Okay? You would still need 83,000 of them. So I think we're good on words and combinations and all that. Now, I hear some of you, that's a lie. I can predict that some of you are like colorblind, or that you can't automatically determine writing directions. So let's test it out. Here's word number 1. Here's word number 2. Which one is the language name? Go put your guess down in the comments, I'll wait. Time's up. For those of you who said the first word, y'all are wrong. And to those of you who said the second word, you're also wrong. The answer is neither of them. The first word is the pigeon with the head of a horse and the body of a horse. And the second word is, do you ever wish that you were the box for a set of overpriced protein bars? Obviously. Okay, fine. Have some colors. Have some writing directions and translations. If I was Oprah, I probably would have given you a car, but I'm already broke as is, so deal with it. So now we can effectively write things like, I didn't say to kill this dog. Cue the Vsauce music. Part 4, stress and tone. So remember those 3 lights I say we'll get to later? This is Q's time to shine. This bad boy is a tone marker, and because text wasn't designed to be put in use with tone and the variance of the human voice, we now get to use this. We now get to take up a whole light for tone. So using the following chart, you too can convey tone. Here it is. Got it? Cool. So stress is important, but if you also want to stress a certain word, then a certain light will be flashing. But beware, because there's some imposter lights that'll try to fuck you up. It's determined by the following chart. Ready? Ha, look at this fool, thinking I'd reveal the secrets of the blinking lights, okay? This is an exercise for you, the watcher, if you choose to solve it. Just like part 5, everything else. So, now we can shuffle words within a light system, and now we can shuffle words around. Remember those other 2 lights I'd say we'll get to later? Well, it's now later. Basically, for each, like, mid-color, you have to take all of the red values, add them up, and they have to end in 0, 0. Okay? Same with all the green values, they have to add up and end in 0, 0. Same with all the blue values, not including white or black, because reasons, okay? This is how we can determine our word order. Sounds confusing? That's because it is. So words are shuffled around due to the following modifiers. Mood. How thirsty you are. How much you want to flood South Australia. How much you want to become a horse and mate with a donkey. How much you want that head of the cave troll that keeps eating the children and drinking the schnapps. How much you want to speak Toki Pona, your second favorite language of all time. Speaking of Toki Pona, you can actually speak Toki Pona. By using this dictionary chart, you too can speak Toki Pona. Again, your second favorite language of all time. Wait, you mean to tell me that Toki Pona isn't your second favorite language of all time? There's a reason why I put it second, so let me introduce you to JS Fuck. So because JavaScript is JavaScript, you can code entirely in JavaScript using only 6 characters. Like, look at this. This is all valid JavaScript. You could just copy and paste this into a browser and it would work. Like, safety tip, if you ever find stuff like this on the internet or on like a Craigslist ad or something, do not paste it into your browser, okay? Never, ever, 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 ever paste it into your browser, okay? Just report the posting that actually put this stuff in there, okay? Never, ever, ever do this. Okay, safety tip over. This is genius, and it belongs my language. Okay, if you care how to do it, here's how. And using that following thing, you can say hi mom in 47 seconds. Part 6, translation. So let's just translate a basic sentence that everybody knows. All we need to do is remove all the articles, unconjugate all the verbs, and we're pretty much done. We just need to do up a lookup table in our dictionary, and bam, we're done. Oh, did you not get that? Is that too quick for you? Well, let's try another thing. How about this? Funny enough, we have a specific light cycle for this. Bam! How handy dandy is that? Part 7. Just get to it already. Okay, you know all that you need to know. I'll shut up. See if you can follow along. Ready? Good luck. And now, the B movie.